Okay, so far when we've been using the fixed layout in CBB, we focused on the images and focused on making it look really good. If you have stunning pictures, your book will look stunning as well. Now let's move on and look at making the book even more interactive by adding some questions. So I'm looking at my book in CBB, and here are my pages, and then I've got some vocabulary work, and I think, I want some questions, and I want to put the questions before the vocabulary but after the reading. So this is the end of the reading. So what I do is I click on that little notepad with a pen in the top left corner and add new pages. And what that means is that now I have two fresh pages after the reading but before the vocabulary, because I want some more space, and I'm gonna include some questions here. So first of all, I click on the plus sign and I click on title, questions. So I'm writing questions. This is my heading. I want the font to be a bit bigger, so I select maybe 32. So here are my questions. Now let's look at how to put questions in a CBB book. If you click on the plus sign, which means add element, you have 4 tabs, and we used text and we used media, but we haven't used miscellaneous before. If I click on miscellaneous, there are quite a lot of things I can put inside a book, and the one I'm interested in right now is question. So I click on the question, and this is what it looks like. Here I put the actual question, and here I put 4 different answers, and then I decide which one is right and which ones are wrong, and then I save it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to look at my questions for this reading. Here are my questions. I got 15 questions, 16 questions, and they all have 4 choices. The first 4 questions are connected with paragraphs, and the green means that that's the right answer. So this is my first question. So I'm going to copy this, select it and copy it. Okay, copy. I'm going back to the book, and this is where I put the question. Paste. Which paragraph talks about the paperless classroom? Save. So now I have the question there. Now I might be a bit forgetful, so I want to make sure that I know which one is the right answer. It's paragraph 4. So I'll go back. Now this is an easy question because the choices are just 1, 2, 3 and 4. So I click here on the first one, I tap with my finger and write 1. Again, tap on the next one, 2, 3 and 4. You can add anything you like, obviously. Now number 4 is right, so I tap number 4, and at the bottom you can see that I can choose here if it's correct or wrong, and number 4 is correct, so I change this to correct and save. So now you can see that number 1, 2 and 3 are wrong answers, but this is correct. So I check the question and I check the answers, everything is okay, and then I click on save. So this is what the question looks like. Which paragraph talks about the paperless classroom? And I have 4 choices. Okay. Now if I want to have a look at what this looks like in the book, you can always click on preview. Let's do that now. So this is what it looks like. Questions. Number 1. Which paragraph talks about the paperless classroom? And you can choose which one you want to try. Let's try number 3. And it was wrong. Try again. We know number 4 is right, and just checking, and it's working okay. Alright, so that's how you add questions to make your iBook more interactive.